we are going to stop at the 4th. So that was 3 weeks, guys, and this is how much we've made since in these past 3 weeks. We made $3,350.57. How cool is that, guys? Typically the upper bound, you can kind of think of it as, if you guys understand support and resistance, think of that as your resistance, and then the lower bound, think of that as your support. So what's up, everybody? This is Investing Sensei here to bring you episode 5 of the Webull Options Adventures. I know it's been a few weeks since I did the last update, so hopefully we can cover and get you guys all up to date with what I've been doing. I have the agenda here pulled up for you guys, and just so you guys know what to expect throughout the video, or you can also just jump into the things that you guys are interested in. If you guys find a couple things that you don't see valuable, definitely let me know in the comment section, or anything that you do want to see in the next videos, let me know as well, because your feedback is really appreciated, and that's how we'll improve these videos over time. But the first thing we're actually going to be pulling up is, I'm going to be showing you guys my watch list, what I have in my watch list, as well as my current position. So any stocks that I'm owning right now, I'm holding, or any of the options that I'm selling and that they're active this week. So from there, I'm actually going to show you guys the new indicators that I've been learning. So this is the RSI indicator, as well the Keltner indicator, KC for short. And then from there, I'm going to actually answer one of the questions that I've been asked a couple times. So this is, hey, do you prefer Webull or do you prefer Robinhood? So I'll give you guys my opinions on that. And then from there, we're actually going to go over and open one of the free stocks that somebody actually signed up. So if you guys are interested in Webull, be sure to use my referral link in the video description. You'll get one free stock that's valued up to I think it's like $1,400 to $1,600. And then all you have to do is open an account, deposit $100, and then you get your free stock. And then since you use my referral link, you'll be helping me out, because I'll get a stock as well, and then I'll open it up in the next video. So definitely consider using that. And then as well, here, the last thing we're gonna wrap up the video is showing you guys a couple new updates that I added to the spreadsheet that's tracking all the options that we've been selling. And then we'll look at how much we made in total for the, I think it's like 3 weeks or so. So we've made quite a bit of profit these past few weeks. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, guys. So as you guys can see, I have my watch list here. I have Workhorse, Apple, Tesla, TNA, UPro, SPY, Johnson & Johnson, Microsoft, Wells Fargo, AT&T, Bank of America, and then Nikola. I'm considering just getting rid of Nikola. I'm not going to be buying any, I'm not going to be selling any options on Nikola anytime soon. But if we go over here to the portfolio, you'll see that the value of it is at 3,600, not 3,600, but 36,000. And then our cash balance is about almost $4,000. So if I actually go down, I'm going to show you guys my current positions here. So I was selling cash secured puts on Apple after the stock split. We actually ended up getting assigned at $130 per share. So you'll see at the bottom with our average price is $128.08. So that is because we got paid $1.92, I believe, from the premium. And so we do have 100 shares of Apple, but as soon as we got that, we started selling covered calls. So I have a covered call expiring on September 18th, and then we collected a premium of $1.13. And you'll see that I actually bought this, I believe, this morning, and we are already up 36%. One of my rules with selling options, as soon as I get about 70% of the premium, and there's plenty of time, then I go ahead and buy back my option and get rid of it. And then that way I can sell another option, and just continue doing that. So there's definitely, I don't want to try to squeeze out every single amount, and I accidentally hit Bank of America. But I'm also selling a covered call on Bank of America. So on this one of the cool things is that since we've been holding this stock for a bit, we did meet the ex-dividend date, so we are going to be collecting the dividend already. So we could get rid of this company. So I do have a covered call at $26.50, which is kind of like our cost basis. So I don't really care if we just sell out at an even price. We'll still collect that premium. Plus, we already collected the dividend as well. And then we do have some AT&T, so we did a covered call, and it's September 18th, and we collected about $2. So that one's right now the premiums are pretty low on this, and we're gonna be just collecting the dividends. We've this past quarter we actually collected AT&T's dividend, which was pretty sweet. And then we do have another covered call on Wells Fargo, so it's for $3. So the covered calls premiums for Wells Fargo right now are pretty cheap, and so we're not making that much profit from them, but we're holding because we did end up getting assigned at $31.50. We're going to continue doing these small, selling these premiums on these companies that we're really down on until they finally recover, and then we finally end up getting our shares taken away. And then from there, we're going to flip it around, do cash secured puts. But yeah, and then one of the last things here that you guys saw is Tesla. So we have 34 shares of Tesla, and I know what you guys are thinking, like, why are you buying Tesla? So some of my capital is really tied up into a lot of other things, so I wanted to buy some Tesla. I actually really want to add 100 shares of Tesla because I would really want to do covered calls. So in my Robinhood, I do have over 100 shares of Tesla, but I am too afraid to do covered calls. I do sell them really out of the money. I collect about $20 or so, but I want to do it here because if I go into here, I'm going to show you guys the options for this. And so since we are on September, we're really close to the end of the week. I'm going to do it September 18th. And if we do a covered call for not AT&T, but Tesla, and I scroll down here and I find where it's at. Let's say we were to have the covered call for Tesla at $400, right? And our cost basis is like maybe $380. Look how cool this would be, guys. So 400, we would collect a premium of $13. So that is, I believe, $1,300. Let me pull up the calculator just to make sure I actually did the math right, because don't want to be lying to you guys. Yeah, so we would be collecting $1,300 just for selling a $400 covered call on Tesla. Plus, let's say that we did get our shares taken away, we would also make the difference of $400 minus $380 as capital appreciation. So how sweet is that, guys? I know there's a little bit more there's more risk with owning 100 shares of Tesla, but I also really believe long term in Tesla, so I don't mind holding it. I mean, it doesn't pay a dividend, but I also don't mind holding it, and I think we can make some really good money with Tesla. I actually kind of messed up with Tesla, and I should have I had enough capital, and I was selling cash secured puts on Apple. I should have held off and started selling cash secured puts on Tesla, and man, we would have made a lot more money. But we're learning slowly, and then we're gonna slowly get better at this, and hopefully we will. And but anyways, one of the cool things I want to show you guys, so those are my current positions for the portfolio right now. The next thing I want to show you guys is the new cool things that I've been trying to learn. So I've been trying to really get into the indicators, because this way we can kind of predict what the stock might do, and this will help us understand if we're selling a cash secured put or a covered call. And it just makes a better selecting a better strike price with this. So one of the things here is if we go into, let's say, Apple. So if I'm going to Apple, I go to buy, no, I'm going to go to quotes, and then we go to the chart itself. So here I've been trying to learn about support and resistance. I'm actually going to try to get rid of these for you guys. Hopefully I can get rid of them. But this is actually one really cool thing that I want you guys to pay attention to about Webull that you probably won't see in Robinhood. So this is something a little bit more advanced, and I'm completely new, so I don't know and I don't have all the answers. So but a couple things that I've been learning throughout this process is that you can use the indicators here, and one of the really nice one, which actually I'm gonna get rid of the MACD, and so we have RSI. So I'm gonna actually pull up the definition for you guys on the RSI so you guys can really understand what this is. So all right, so the RSI stands for Relative Strength Index. Okay, so what this is a momentum indicator used in technical analysis that measures the magnitude of recent price changes to evaluate overbought or oversold conditions in the price of a stock or other assets. So really what this is, it goes from 0 to 100, and so one of the most important things that you guys really want to do is that anything that's over 70 or above, that indicates that that stock has been overbought, or is that it's also overvalued. And so typically at this point, you're gonna most likely see a pullback, so the price typically will go down or correct. The other one that you want to pay attention to is when it's 30 or below. So this basically just tells you that that stock has been oversold or it's undervalued. So it's typically a good time to get in. And so, that's where you'll get that capital appreciation. So one of the things here, so let's say we select our RSI. You'll see this at the very bottom. You'll see an RSI chart here for us. So if you guys actually look for us down here at the orange one, I'm probably gonna, in the editing software, I'm gonna put an arrow so you guys can see where we're at. So if I look at Apple itself overall, and I had looked at this before it tanked, let's say we were right around here before the Apple actually had tanked, you could see that if we had looked, you would see that the RSI value was like around 74, right above 70. And what this tells us, which I actually accidentally flipped it, and again guys, I'm still new to this, so still learning, but you'll see that the RSI value is over 70. It's actually at 79 at this point, where it was like a little bit, maybe, I don't know how to tell the date, but at this point in the time here, when the stock was at 134, or we could actually go to like 126, you could see that the RSI was at 81% or 81. I'm not sure if it's a percentage or not, but at this point you could see that a lot of people were buying into it. So at this point you could also see that there is going to be a pullback eventually, because it was overvalued. So this is one of the cool indicators that could have told you that. So this is actually something that I could have avoided from actually getting assigned 100 shares. I totally don't mind holding 100 shares of Apple. Apple's going to be fine long term. So that's why one of the things is, if you're going to sell options, be sure to sell options on companies that you don't mind holding long term, and that typically have a trend that goes upwards. So but this would have actually saved me from actually getting assigned 100 shares. If I had looked at this, I know that this price wouldn't have maintained, and I could have sold a cash secured put way lower. Obviously I got focused on the amount of premium that I was collecting, which I'll show you guys later when I show you the Google Sheets. And anyways, that's one of the indicators that you guys can use. The other indicator that I recommend is it's called the KC or Keltner's channel. So if we go over here to indicators and we actually enable KC, if you don't see it, you'll have to go to the add and then add it. But what you'll see here for us is that you'll see three lines. And so let me actually pull up the definition for you guys. So Keltner's channel. All right, so Keltner's channel is a volatility-based technical indicator composed of three separate lines. The middle line is exponential moving average, so that's the EMA of the price. and then you'll have two additional, that's one above and one below the EMA. So the upper bound is, this part I don't really understand much, but typically the upper bound, you can kind of think of it as, if you guys understand support and resistance, think of that as your resistance, and then the lower bound, think of that as your support. So one of the things here for us, so you'll see that the middle band here for us is the yellow one, so that's our EMA. The upper bound one is that bluish one, and then the lower bound one is the orangish one. So what this indicator tells us is that usually the stock over time will come back to the middle one. So right now, if you see that the stock is way above the upper bound, you know that this is way overvalued, and that eventually it will come back down to the middle one. So what this tells you is that it's probably not a good time to get into the stock. You have a lot more risk in owning the stock right now. So as you can see, as we go over time, you'll see that the stock itself finally goes into the middle one and actually goes under. So as you can see that it's finally recovering and it's trying to go back to the middle. So that's one of the things that's really cool about this indicator. So if we actually go back full time, you'll see a little bit further, you'll see that you'll see this trend. So you'll see here, if we go right around here, you'll see that the stock itself is trading way above the upper bound, and then you'll see that it finally goes down and it corrects to the middle one, and then it continues to go up and it goes past the upper bound, and it continues going up through the upper bound, and eventually you're gonna see it come back to the middle one, which you see it at this point in time. So I mean, it's actually a really cool indicator that you guys should consider using. I actually just learned these two indicators. I'm trying to learn a lot more, and I'm hoping to get a lot better at it. I'm still, just noobish at it, but this is one of the cool things that I really like about Webull, is that it provides all these type of indicators that you can use while you're trading. I don't see that with Robinhood, and so that actually leads to my other part of the agenda for the video, which is, what do I prefer? Do I prefer Webull or Robinhood? That's one of my questions that I've been asked a while. And so this actually, I used to really like Robinhood. The user interface was really awesome. I got really comfortable with it, especially for beginners. I really liked it. It was super simple to use. When I switched over to Webull, man, it was so difficult. It was completely different. The interface was, obviously different, and it was really hard to navigate. And I was just like, man, I want to go back to Robinhood. I prefer Robinhood. But after I gave it a couple weeks and I got more comfortable with it, I've actually came to appreciate more of the functionality that it provides. So yeah, guys, I actually would prefer Webull long term. So if you're actually a new beginner, definitely start with Robinhood. There's nothing wrong with that, but try to consider using Webull possibly, and start getting familiar with those indicators. And then if you guys actually know a lot more stuff about indicators, definitely let me know in the comment section. I'm actually interested in knowing and wanting to learn a lot more. And so I'm actually going to move on to the next thing, because I'm trying to avoid making these videos more than 20 minutes, which I feel like it's probably going to be 20 or 30 minutes videos. I'm going to go over here to, we're going to try to go and open a free stock that we got. So we're going to go to the menu, and then we're going to go for my free stocks. And so let's find out what free stock we got. So if you guys are interested in signing up with Webull, I have a referral link. Be sure to use it. All you have to do is create an account, deposit $100, and you'll get a free stock. And then you'll help me, because I'll get a free stock as well. The stock is valued up to $1,400 to $1,600. So definitely try to get that. It's really awesome, because if you guys get one of those high, expensive stocks, let me know. But let's go ahead and find out what we get. All right, so we got GGAL. So I don't know what that company is, but it's valued up to $10.28. So that's pretty awesome, guys. Curious to see who actually signed up. and let me know what you got in the comment section. So we got an awesome company. All right, guys. So at this point, I need to go and show you guys my new spreadsheet updates. So let's go ahead and head over to that. Alright guys, so we're here at the spreadsheet, and you guys probably see a little bit more columns, new tables, which we'll go into detail. So we have the range, which this starts start date, end date, number of weeks. So this will auto, you'll fill in your range, and then this should auto populate for you. So the credit, the debit, the gains, and then vested amount. So credits is anything that we got in premium. Debit is anything that we bought back. Well, basically we did a buyback, or just basically buybacks here from premiums. And the gains are anything that we sold at a capital appreciation. And then invested is anything that we've invested. This includes free stocks that we've gotten. So this actually is pretty cool, because now we're gonna start at the start date, which the last time we did this we were at I believe 8/15. So we're gonna start at the 16th, and then we're going to end at September. We are on the 9th, but we haven't finished this week because I'm gonna save this for next week. We are going to stop at the 4th. So that was 3 weeks, guys, and this is how much we've made since in these past 3 weeks. We made $3,350.57. How cool is that, guys? And you saw everything else populate. So in gains, total profit, we made $2,721.29. And then total profits in credit, we made $1,366. This is just from premiums. And so we did do some buybacks of $737. So you subtract the difference. And so at this point, we just add these up. Total invested was the $240 within this time period. So that was from those, I believe, 25 free stocks that we got. So, and overall, the portfolio value is worth $40,220. So this doesn't consider any like market value ranges. So like how Wells Fargo, we're like completely down by like $700. We don't track that. This is what we've invested plus the premiums that we've been collecting plus gains. And so if we look at the weekly performance here, you'll see that for this past week we made, not this past week, but the next week after the last update we did, we made about $70. And then the week following that, we made $2,234. This was mainly because we bought some Tesla shares, and also our Microsoft 100 shares of those were taken away at a capital appreciation, which I'll show you guys. Actually, you'll see this gains one that actually added. So this is how I'm tracking the gains themselves overall. So I do have, so you'll see on the 28th of August, Microsoft, our shares got taken away. So there was 100 shares. We bought it at $213.92. We ended up selling a covered call at $217.50. We ended up, it went over that price by the time the contract expired, and so we got exercised to sell it. So the difference was ours. There was a fee of 50 cents. So we made a total profit of $357.50 plus the premium that we don't include in this because it's in the credits portion. So we made close to probably like $400, way over 400, probably close to $500 on that one. And then on the 28th as well, we bought some Tesla because they did announce the stock split, and so we wanted to get up in the rally for it. So we bought it at $1,600, and then we actually ended up selling it at $2,230. So we ended up getting just profit $1,858. We did the same thing right after the stock split. We bought it at $444 and we sold it at $457. So we made about $500. So these were some quick trades that we made from Tesla, and hopefully we can get to 100 shares of Tesla. I showed you guys the covered calls that we can be doing. I'm really excited. I really want to do that. But anyways, here on the weekly performance, you'll see that we made the $2,234, and then on the 9th, well, the September 4th, which was week 13th, we made $1,045. And so right now we're working on week 14. So we'll see what happens. So on week 13, we also got the Wells Fargo dividend. Actually, tomorrow on September 10th, we are going to be getting the Microsoft dividend of, I think, $52 or $51. So we did, while we were doing the covered calls, we ended up meeting the ex-dividend dates. We're actually going to collect the dividend, so that's pretty sweet. And so here's the credits, guys. So this is all the premiums that we sold. And when I mean premiums, I actually meant options. And so just to highlight this here, one of the things that I wanted to show you guys is we did collect the dividend from AT&T. So that was $52 we got. And then all the blue ones are basically the ones that I didn't cover in the last update because they were still in progress or we hadn't done them yet. So all these blue ones we haven't covered. So this is actually what I've been doing. So you'll see that there were a lot of covered calls, a couple cash secured puts on Workhorse, some Apple cash secured puts, Wells Fargo again, covered calls. You'll see the dividend from Wells Fargo, $10. Apple, we kept doing cash secured puts. And then at this point, this is the one that we actually ended up getting assigned. And you'll see that the status is we got assigned, and it's also the ID 28. So if we go over here to debit and we look at the very bottom, you'll look for 28, ID 28. You'll see that it's assigned and the status is open because we still have 100 shares of Apple now. And so anyways, you'll see that we've been doing also a lot of buybacks. So this is because we've probably collected about 70% of the premium, and we had a lot of time on before the premium expired. So not the premium, but option. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying premium, but it's supposed to be the option. Yeah, we had plenty of time before the option expired, and so we ended up buying back. It was way better because we could enter some better options at that point. And just the ones that are actually in orange are the ones that I am actually waiting on the trade activity. So Webull does have a trade activity that you get the day after for the previous day. And so I typically look at that because that way it'll tell me the fees and like the exact values. And then I come and put them in the spreadsheet after I know all that information. So all these I'm going to have to update tomorrow once I get the trading trading activity for that previous date, which is the 8th. No, it's actually the 9th. So these are actually gonna have to get updated. So I just highlight these just so you know they're easy to track. But anyways, here on the gains, I already showed you guys that. Invested, we haven't really added anything besides I did add this just to keep track of the companies that I'm holding. So you'll see that on September 2nd I ended up starting to buy Tesla. So we have $34, not $34, but 34 shares, and we bought it at a price of $425.89, and we have a total invested of $14,000. So I hopefully can get this to 100 shares. We'll see what happens. Hopefully Tesla keeps dropping because I can dollar cost average the way down, and then we'll eventually get to 100 shares. But anyways, guys, this is actually the total overview for episode 5 of the Webull Option Adventures. I've basically been making some really good profits lately, and I'm trying to learn a lot more about the indicators. And you know, let me know what you guys want to see of the indicators. If you guys want to see them on the Webull desktop app, they also have that, the application on the Windows PC. I can show you guys that as well. Right now I'm trying to get comfortable with the mobile app because I think it's pretty useful. It's definitely different and it's hard to get used to it, but you know, it just takes practice. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, and that way you can support the channel doing that way. And be sure to drop any comments in the comment section. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye, guys.